The first expansion pack for Lord Apocalypse is the Void Pack. In this pack, it has a compilation of a lot of different things. There's 10 new gift cards. There's 2 new Legion cards, the Pandemonium and Styx. There's 2 new maps, which we'll talk about at the end of the session. And there's a new thing added to the game called Regions. Now, in the core game, you have the 5 types of troopers. Each of the expansion packs add a region you can be from that change the troopers and give you new trooper cards. For example, in the Void Pack, the 3 regions you get are Space, because some of the maps take place in space, USA, and Texas. And yes, we know Texas is part of the USA, but it's like a subgroup, and so it gets Texas Rangers. Okay, I'll just boil that down for you. So we have the new regions you can be from, with new troopers you can choose from and try different things. We'll talk more about the new regions. Every area adds other regions. There's other countries that come into play. There's 2 new heroes. We have Moose Kowalski. Moose is a bare-knuckle brawler kind of guy. Goes in there and slugs it out with the demons. And it sort of acts as a shield, like a tank, if you will, for the other players. And finally, we have Dorothy Hall. Dorothy Hall is a support character. She's a farm girl. Everyone loves her. She basically gives things to other players, so they kind of want to hang around her and get her benefits if they can. But she's not necessarily deadly in combat. I mean, she can kill demons, but she's about that support stuff. So those are your 2 new heroes. Now, there's 3 new 4th Circle demons. We have the Knuckleavi, a feared and terrifying creature. Now, what the Knuckleavi does is when he appears, he steals toughness from players and keeps it on his card. And then, if he escapes the map, the toughness goes with him, and you've lost it forever, so you have to kill him to get it back. So he's not a demon you can ignore. You have to go after that toughness, or you're going to be weak for the whole rest of the game. We have the Mandrake. The Mandrake imitates human form and sends out little clones of the heroes. And what this does in game turns is that your ambushes that normally shoot at demons start shooting at the heroes instead. And until you get rid of the Mandrake, your ambushes are killing you and they're ignoring the demons, which is a huge, huge problem. Finally, we have the Secutor. Secutor is named after a sort of gladiator, and his ability is when he spawns, he kills ambush troopers everywhere, and you can't absorb his damage, which is huge. It's 4d12 with your troopers. So if you're relying on troopers to keep from being killed, you can't do it on him. We have 2 new demon lords in this pack. We have Lord Tarrasque, based on the French monster, who breathes fire and is covered with spines and is generally obnoxious, as you'd expect a demon lord to be. And we have Lord Stheno. Lord Stheno is based on one of the Gorgons, and she gradually turns you to stone. And the way she does it is she increases your toughness. And if your toughness ever gets to 12, you're turned to stone. So you might think, oh, high toughness, that's good. Well, it is kind of good, but it's bad also because her toughness is equal to your toughness when you attack her. So if your toughness is 10, so is hers. And when she attacks you, if she misses you by your toughness being too high, then that adds to your toughness. So the more tough you get, it starts accelerating and doing more and more damage to you until finally your toughness becomes 12, you're turned to stone, and you're out for good. So that's Lady Stheno. Let's talk about the maps we get on this game. So the first 2 maps we had in our campaign were the Invasion map and the Doom Gate. The next map we have, let me go back here and fetch it, is the Launch Site. And this is, we are looking up into space. We know there's something going on the Earth, some kind of huge problem, but we can't see it because all our radio communications are cut off because there's demons. So we decide the only hope is to go up to the moon base, look down on Earth and see what's happening. So, plus there's demons falling out of the sky is another problem. So we go to the launch site. Could be Cape Canaveral, could be the Russian launch site, anywhere, doesn't matter. And in the middle of it is the Lord's area. That's the launch site. Here's the start area. Then there's demons kind of walking around the outside here. Demons are generated in the middle. And after they're generated, when they move to the outside area, you roll a random die to see where they go. So they could go here, they could go here, they could go anywhere. Once they get out in this area, then they just go in a circle. And they never stop moving. Okay? Now, there's no exit, there's no end of the map, so the demons don't generate doom by moving to a certain spot. Instead, When the Lord track advances to 1, which happens every 5 or 6 turns, then what happens is that you generate doom equal to the highest numbered area that has demons. So if it's here, that's 6 doom. If it's here, it's 4 doom. So if you emptied out these, and this is the area, it's 4. So you have to kind of keep the demons trimmed away from getting into the higher level area, or you'll accumulate a lot of doom. Plus, eventually, you have to be able to move into the middle and kill the Lord, which can be awkward. You have to enter the Lord's area from an area that has no demons, so somewhere has to be cleared out, and this map tends to generally accumulate lots of demons and be troublesome. Now, in the storyline of the campaign, once you manage to penetrate to the middle and get to the launch site and kill that demon, you then are fired off to the moon base. Hey, let's see the moon base. So here's the moon base, and it has 2 rail guns on it. It has the blue rail gun and the white rail gun. The heroes can start either here on this end of the map. Sorry, it's kind of an awkward map to show off. Or here on this end, and there's airlocks. They can go back and forth between them. There's a demon here in the middle, okay, and there's a gate here, though not a demon. And what happens is that this map generates demons, and they walk down here, down the railgun, and when they get to the end, they're fired off to Earth. And the demon lord is moving down slowly too, trying to get fired off to Earth. The idea behind this map is that the demon lord that used to be here has already gone to Earth, but there's still groups of demons marching down that you have to go and fight. So you have 2 sets of demons moving that you have to go back and forth between, plus 1 demon you have to kill. And so it's a forked prospect. This map on this side, the blue gate, you actually get double the number of demons, but they only move when the Lord track moves up. So only every 2nd or 3rd turn. So they don't move very often. Not a 2nd turn. The fastest is every 3rd turn. Usually it's 4th or 5th turn. So they don't move very often. But if you completely ignore them, thinking, well, they aren't going to move for a couple turns, then eventually they accumulate in number, and you have so many demons here that they can actually cause some real trouble. So you do have to go over here and trim them back periodically. Plus you're trying to move ahead and get to the main demon lord, and it's all awkward. And exciting and hard. And because you're in outer space, you don't have regular troopers. Instead, you have astronauts and cosmonauts helping you, which is kind of cool in a way. And they have special abilities that make them powerful. And that is the Void Pack.